Alright guys, we're back, and in this installment we're going to make a porch roof. We're going to make a porch all together for the front, and I already figured out it would be 15 scale feet. There's your porch deck. I use clapboard so it looked like, floorboards. And I did the roof. It's 15, if I remember right, 15 by 8 is the roof. I got it upside down right now, and I used clapboard there to do the sides to trim it up a little. And I put a brace there across the back so that maybe can make it a little easier when I put it against the house. See if it's dry enough. Yeah. There's your roof. And I just glued this, so I'm being real cautious because it took a while to get that with my sausage fingers. But go over here to the house, and I have the roof off of it right now because I'm gonna get ready to make a bunch of shingles too. Because I am going to do shingles. At least I'm going to give it a try. But the roof will go across here naturally, and then I'll have posts coming down, figuring 4 of them in the front, and then make steps for on the side, kind of like I did in the back, and go from there. Alright, be back when I got some more to show you. Well, there is a rough in look, and I mean that's rough. I gotta trim her up yet, but that's the general idea. And I was going to put like 4 posts, but I think that'd be too much. So I think the 2 posts, run a railing across here, and steps over here, and a railing back over here, and I think it'll be looking good. Some shingles, and if you take a look, I put a little bit of clapboard over on that side, and a little clapboard over on that side. Not bad, gotta say so myself. Back when I got them more. Alright, well, I've been working out of here, and I got a few things done from the last time you saw. Made some steps, got some railing up. Still have to make the railing for over here. So we are making some progress. It's actually starting to look like a house there, huh? So what do you think? The steps thing, yeah. So anyhow, we'll go from there. Figured I'd show you with a little bit of paint. See what that looks like with some paint. Definitely not bad. Alright, I'm back here. I'm going to show you how I'm making shingles. Well, not everybody has one of these jigs, and this is something that my wife bought a long time ago and never used. Okay, so I decided to break it out and give it a try, and I will tell you, it does make pretty uniform strips cut of the construction paper I could use for either tar paper, or in this case I'm going to try to make some shingles. And if this shingle thing don't work, and you're finding out just as quickly as I am, the shingle thing that I'll try to make don't work, I'll just use it for tar paper. So it's a win-win situation here. I just took some black cardstock, this is fairly thin cardstock. You know, you can use construction paper, whatever. I lined it up. Now I started out with it was a part of a sheet. I had cut other things out of it, as you can see. This is what is there. This is probably the last strip I've got left on here to cut. Taped it down. I got it squared up on this here cutting mat, and taped it down so it won't move. And then I adjust this piece according to the little dots on here. I adjust it in there to get to the desired width that I want, which in this case it moved. Alright, just seen it moved, so it moved, and I lined it up with the center of the X's. As you can see, the little, I don't know if you can see it in there. Let me get a close up here. See these little dark X's? I lined it up and I measured it out. It works out to almost a 2 foot wide piece scale. I mean, it's give or take. Alright, but it's pretty close to 2 foot. Okay, get this lined up good. Oop. And there, you watched me concentrate. I'll try that right there. And I take this clamp, and I clamp it to the table right here. Exhibit A, clamp. And the other end I just hold with my hand, and then I just take this and push down. Not go off the end of the bar, and you just go back and forth till you get it cut like that. See? And then all you do is just let me and remove the tape I had on there. It'll cut the tape and all, and have a nice strip to use for tar paper. You know what? I don't think it cut anything. I think it just was the right width. Now look at it, because there ain't nothing there left. So, and I'll show you here. I made a bunch of them. See? Some of them still have the tape still to them. I see. So, alright, let me get readjusted here, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to try to make tar paper, or shingles. Alright, be right back. Alright, I'm going to try to show you what I'm doing here. I'm going to try to get it close up enough. I don't know if I can without getting my big fingers in the way. I'm going to try. What I did is I positioned my scale rule here right in dead center of these strips. Alright, and I figure if you ever put down shingles on a roof, they come in bundles. Alright, and they're usually I'm going to guess and say 6 foot long. I'm guessing on that. I did it because it makes my math come out easy. 6 square foot. And there's usually 2 slits in each 6 foot piece, so I divided it into equal parts, and I come up with every 2 foot is where your little slot will be in your shingle. So what I'm going to do is I've already marked it halfway, and I'm trying not to move this, and I'm going to go every 2 feet and put a mark, and I'll know where to cut for the shingles, if that makes any sense to you. Let me try to get you in here to where you can see what I'm doing. Alright, maybe get you a little closer, and I'll come over, let me get up to that spot right there real fast. So that looks like that's a good place to get you to see what I'm doing. Hopefully you understand what I am saying. If not, well, I don't know what else to say. But you can see I'm going in every 2 scale feet here of my scale ruler. Just do that until you get to the end. Now I know you guys are saying, well, that's a lot of work just to, but you know what, if the results come out the way I think they're going to, it's worth doing this. And you don't want to spend the money, and that's my big thing, is I don't want to spend the money for the pre-made shingles. 76, 78, and to the end. Alright, and what it comes down to is, as you can see, I have a place to mark. Now what I'll do is I'll take that. I'm going to try this 2 different ways. I'm going to try put the pencil down with a pair of scissors and cut the spots, which I hope will work because it'll go quicker, I think. Let me see if I can get it here into the picture. And I'm going to just put it right on that mark and cut. Go to the next mark. 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 Cut. And you just keep on doing that. You get the general idea. Alright? And tell you what, I'll come back when I get this all ready to show you how it goes together, and I'll be right back and we'll go from there. Okay, this is my roof off of my building, and you can see I drew let me get a pointer here. I drew lines. The first one is the width of the shingle itself, you know, the whole strip. And then I went half the distance each line up to the end, and that's just to give me a guide of where I'm at. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to put me a little, I got tacky glue here. All right, this is gel, clear gel tacky glue. I don't know where I got it. But I'm just going to put a little bit on there, and then I'm going to take and spread with a brush it out so it covers. And I want to just kind of, I want to try to stay within the line here, because if I decide to stop, you know, I ain't gonna have all that glue stuck there to it. I'm trying to make it nice and even. Set that down, or it ain't gonna stick to me. And I just happen to have a strip, just a solid. I'm going to put solid on first at the bottom. If you ever, I'm going to leave a little hang out on the edge. Learned that from Vinny. Then you can cut it off. That way you ain't going to trying to. The only line you got to be worried about lining up is the very first line. Now the reason I did a point one at the bottom is so that when the shingles, just like on a real roof, when the shingles are on there, you ain't going to see through to the bottom. Now I didn't have to do that. I could have actually just done the shingles because I have it already painted black. But I wanted to give you the general idea. Then next, I'm going to, where's my scissors? I'm going to try to keep this pretty close because I don't want to the size. And I'm going to cut it off right where I already started to cut, so it's even. Alright, keep them little pieces because you'll be needing them later on. And then I'm going to put right on top of this my first row of shingles. Alright, so I'm going to get some tacky glue. Back to tacky glue here. And if you get over the line now, ain't no big deal, but because you're going to be running the next row here fairly quickly. Take that, this. Here like that. Like so. And you got your first row of shingles in. Now what we're going to do next is put a little more tacky glue on. And I could have probably used Elmer's. I don't see why I couldn't. But if you notice, I kind of overlapped there down to the line that I drew to make the shingles. That ought to be enough to get me go in here. And I also am going to use a little piece. Remember that little piece I told you not to throw away? Well, and what we're going to do is we're going to center where you cut it. And put it. And it looks pretty good. And we'll take another piece and we'll put it right there. Should work out. Should. Keyword should. Get some more tacky glue. Make sure you get the edges pretty good, because okay, and this probably ain't big enough. I want to put a little teeny weeny piece at the end, so what I'll do is I'll take and figure about to there. All right. And I'll cut it off the rest of the way. And we'll put it down there. And then start the next row. You know, my video here is getting a little bit long, and I thought 5 would have done it, but I might have to do a 6. So the way it's looking, because this is going to take a little bit more time. We'll have to see here. Part 6. Make it a 6-part series instead of a 5. Let's try that. Oop, didn't have enough glue in there. You can see the effect. And if you don't want to see your pencil lines, which I have to weather this yet, so if you don't want to see the pencil lines, and just flip it over, you won't see the pencil lines, but you get the general idea. Okay, I'll come back when I got it pretty well shingled up. All right. Okay, now you can see I got this one whole side done. Let me try to get you some better light here. Okay, as you can see, I got the one whole side done, and the I'm pretty pleased the way it turned out. Some mistakes, okay. Try to do this. You can see here down at the bottom, I didn't get it down as far as I should have. But otherwise, it's coming along. I got to still trim it off, but I'm waiting for the glue to dry a little more. I started to trim it off a little bit beforehand, and it didn't, it wasn't working too good, so I didn't want to mess it up. So, still have to trim it up and do the other side, see? And I have a piece of angle I'm going to run across the top for the cap. So, and we'll finish off the roof. Alright. I think I'm going to end it here and do a part 6. Whoop. Might help if I can put it somewhere where you can see it. There. And do a part 6. Just taking a little longer to do things than what I thought, and I don't want to keep you waiting too long between episodes, and don't want to make the episodes too long either. So we'll make the part 6 the episode to finish it off completely, hopefully, and we'll go from there. So thank you so much for keeping your interest here, and God bless. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you.